After my report in early December about scofflaw drivers, we were overwhelmed with emails and comments on social media questioning why more isn't being done to enforce the law. So we wanted to see what it takes to tackle the pervasive problem. We rode along with the DMV's Compliance Enforcement Division to get a first-hand look.
It's everywhere all the time.
J.D. Decker and his team hit the road daily looking for vehicle violations. They don't have to look far.
We've been on the road for less than 30 seconds and they've already found what?
He's got an unregistered vehicle literally down the street from where we just started.
In just 1 hour, we spotted more than 24 violations, mostly along the same street.
Because we have a limited group of patrol officers, when we go out, we're generally trying to look for the more serious violations. Vehicles driving with no plates, vehicles driving with suspended or canceled registrations, because generally those accompany people not having insurance. Stolen plates, stolen vehicles.
This landscaping truck was pulled over for not having a license plate.
They had a old temporary move permit that was expired. So essentially this vehicle is unregistered, unmarked because it doesn't actually have a plate, and uninsured.
And usually Decker says they know they're in the wrong.
They're just hoping not to get in an accident or get caught.
I think one of the reasons why our viewers get so angry about others that are driving around either without insurance, without plates, with expired tags, is because it costs the rest of us so much. We're paying for them.
It does. I've said this before, the people that are driving around with no insurance aren't getting in any less accidents than the rest of us are. They're just not contributing premiums to the pool of money that the insurance companies pay out.
His officers have seen and heard it all.
So often they're, if it's a simple expired, you've got people who forgot to pay, people who didn't have the money, people who have other problems with the title. And then, the people with the suspended and canceled registrations are just violating the law.
This driver was pulled over for an expired registration sticker.
We ran the plate, it turned out it was suspended, so we made the stop. Turns out the driver doesn't have a driver's license.
So officers confiscated the vehicle's plates and cited the driver.
Once you get a citation and you're faced with all those fines, that's all money that you could have used to get legal in the first place.
Other violations his officers see are the same ones that frustrate our viewers.
We see a lot about out-of-state plates. In Nevada, those tags are only valid if the car was recently purchased at a dealer in that state.
State law gives you 30 days from when you move here to get a Nevada driver's license, registration, and insurance, and we count on that money.
Because we don't have state income tax, DMV fees go to roads and public safety and healthcare and education and all of those things that other states collect income tax for.
And unfortunately, it's gotten worse.
We've found since this became a significant problem around 2020 that we started in 2020 with people that just hadn't taken care of business, and we are left at this point 5 years later with people that have relatively significant problems, warrants, felony warrants, get a lot of DUIs, people that are driving without the proper identification on their vehicle because they are committing crimes or doing things that they want to not get caught for.
So what else can be done?
This takes everybody. There's so much of it right now that it really just is going to take all of Nevada law enforcement to address.
We reached out to other local law enforcement agencies who say they're on the lookout too. Both Metro and Henderson have traffic bureaus that enforce traffic laws and respond to collisions. In Tuesday's State of the Department speech, Metro leaders said officers wrote more than 121,000 citations last year, but safety still suffered.
Writing more tickets did nothing to resolve the fact that our fatal accidents went up. We got to start tracking what is actually happening with these tickets. People are not being held accountable.
So what can you do? Well, most moving violations have to be seen by law enforcement while the vehicle is operating on a roadway. But you can file a complaint on the DMV's website about things like neighbors with out-of-state plates, no plates, or multiple unregistered or stolen vehicles. We've posted a link to the online form on our website at ktnv.com. I'm Darcy Spears telling you what's the deal.